Josh, tell us when.
You want to get closer? Okay. For
Are
sure.
we centered? Are we good? Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Welcome to another Behind the Message with Pastor Brad. All right, Pastor Brad, we just finished an incredible season at Anthem, but really, it's like we're beginning. So we finished Project 247. How does that propel us into this next season as a church?
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for being here. Not everybody would know, but you just drove in from out of town to be here for this. Thank you for leading us every time. But Project 247, what an incredible season in the life of our church. So important for all the conversations we had about how does God want to use us? What does He want to do with our lives? What does He want to do with our church? And the prayer that we've been praying from Acts 2:47. Lord, may it be true that you would add to our number daily those who are being saved. And so that propels us into the conversation about who Jesus is and how He wants to offer hope to people. So if we're going to help people, what do we have and what are we carrying to people, and how can we invite people into the story of Jesus? And the ideas of hope are so important because our world is so deeply, desperately searching for hope, not just for truth, but for hope. Where do we find hope? And Jesus at His core is hope. And He offers hope through His life, death, resurrection, coming again, but also through everything He is in terms of His character for every single one of us. So Project 247 launches us into Jesus's hope because now we get to sit in the topic of who Jesus is and what He wants to do for every single one of us.
I love that. So as we talk about Jesus's hope, I know we're going to really be lasering in on certain topics, how He is the hope for so many of us. So tell us what those things are.
Yeah, so what to expect? What are we going to talk about? Well, first of all, Jesus is hope for the anxious. We're going to talk about that because we deal with anxiety as people worry, struggle, what's going to happen, what's next, how am I going to get through this season? So we're going to start there with Jesus is hope for the anxious, but that's going to propel us some other important conversations like Jesus is hope for the guilty. You know, apart from God, really what hope is there? But in God, there is hope even for the guilty or the undeserving or the needy, the people that are in need or the weary. So we're going to touch base, especially through stories in the life of Jesus, how He interacted with other people, and talk about these core issues of the specific ways that Jesus wants to be hope for us and is hope for us. So if I'm dealing with anxiety, Jesus wants to be hope in the midst of my anxiety. If I'm weary, Jesus wants to be hope to me in my weariness. If I feel undeserving, Jesus is hope for the undeserving, to say, you're not undeserving in the economy of God, because He puts worth on top of us, who says the lie of the enemy is you're undeserving, you're unworthy, you can never have a relation with God. But the hope that comes through Christ is that, yes, that may have been who you were or where you are currently, but Jesus can bring you from where you are to where you're supposed to be.
Man, we need that kind of hope, all of us. So I know that we have this new wall in the lobby of our church that says Jesus is hope. So tell us what we're going to be doing as we interact with that wall over the next month and then beyond.
So specifically for the series we're entering into, we're going to begin to invite the church family to go to the wall and remember how Jesus was hope for them. And specifically, you're watching here today, if you are a follower of Jesus Christ, we're going to invite you to come to the wall and say, Jesus, I remember how you were hope to me. I felt undeserving. I felt unworthy. I felt guilty. I felt on the outside, but you brought me into your family and you took me from darkness to light. You took me from death to life. And so we're going to go to the wall and we're going to celebrate that. And then in the months to come, we're going to invite every person who makes a personal decision to follow Jesus with their life, to declare with their life that Jesus was hope for them, to go to that same wall and join our family in celebrating that. I think it ends up for us being such a pivotal, important statement for us to remember, Jesus, you are hope in every moment and every season, and to our family of believers at the Anthem family.
Yeah.
Look how you've been hope to all of us as a family together.
So cool. Yeah. Well, this is going to be an incredible series for you to invite people to. So we hope that you will, and we hope that you will come and be a part for Jesus' Hope as we prepare for Easter. We'll see you then.
That's good.
Okay.
Great job.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Well, prayer event time.